Friends and family, Zach and Amy are delighted that you've come here today to be with them on this special occasion. They would really like you to stay with them and not drift off into cyberspace, so please switch off your phones, or alternatively, turn them right up so we know who to blame when they go off. A professional photographer is going to be making a record of the ceremony, and these photographs will be available online for free afterwards. We'll begin with an acknowledgement of country. We meet on the lands of the Turrbal people. We respect and honour their elders past, present and future, and acknowledge the stories, traditions and living cultures of the Turrbal and Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples on this land, and commit to supporting their struggle for justice. Thank you. Please be seated. Welcome to the wedding of Amy and Zach. It's great to see you all here renewing the bonds of family and friendship. Amy and Zach would like to particularly thank Zach's mother, Margaret, who has travelled from England to be here. Margaret travelled clutching Zach's birth certificate, and without that, he could not get married today. So she is really doubly vital on this occasion. I'd particularly like to acknowledge Zach's son, Charlie, and Amy's stepfather, Bill and Rob, who will both be giving her away today, and Amy's mother, Rebecca. Zach's father, John, sadly passed away some years ago. Today would have filled him with joy. My name is David Winderly, and in case you haven't already guessed, I have the privilege of being their authorised marriage celebrant today. Who presents Amy and Zach to be wed?
We do.
Over 50 years ago, as a child, I read a little snippet from the Reader's Digest. In one of their pages of anecdotes and sayings, it went something like this. Question: what could be more beautiful than a young couple holding hands? Answer: an old couple holding hands. We know what they mean. A love that has lasted a whole life is beautiful. And yet, we have before us today two young people so desperately in love that they couldn't wait. Zach has only been in Australia 2 years, and he has found the person he wants to spend his life with, Amy. And Amy, well, she's barely legal. So let's try again. Question: what could be more beautiful than a young couple holding hands, gazing into each other's eyes, hearts full of hope and love, their lives full of the promise of dreams coming true? Not all their dreams, perhaps, not in exactly the way they thought, but nonetheless, dreams turning into plans, turning into a shared life, turning into shared memories. They stand hand in hand at the foot of the mountain, gazing at each other, thinking, we can climb that mountain. We can climb that mountain. We can't wait to climb that mountain together. What could be more beautiful than that? Bugger if I know. The following reading by Sarah, Amy's sister, provides a more poetic answer.
This is a poem by E. Cummins. Somewhere I have never travelled, gladly beyond. Somewhere I have never travelled, gladly beyond any experience your eyes have their silence. In your most frail gestures are things which enclose me or which I cannot touch because they are too near. Your slight look easily will unclose me. Though I have closed myself as fingers, you open always, petal by petal, myself as spring opens, touching skillfully, mysteriously, her first rose. Or, if your wish be to close me, and I, my life will shut, very beautifully, suddenly, as when the heart of this flower imagines the snow carefully everywhere descending. Nothing which we are to perceive in this world equals the power of your intense fragility, whose texture compels me with the colour of its countries, rendering death and forever with each breathing. I do not know what it is about you that closes and opens, only something in me understands. The voice of your eyes deeper than all roses. Nobody, not even the rain, has such small hands.
Beautifully read, Sarah. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. And now Amy and Zach will commit to each other in marriage. Do you, Amy, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Zach, promising to be faithful and honest with them as long as you both may live? If so, repeat after me, I do.
I do.
Do you, Zach, present yourself here today to be joined in marriage with Amy, promising to be faithful and honest with them as long as you both may live? So repeat after me, I do.
I do.
The following vows are required by law of all marriages. First, Amy, repeat after me. I call upon the persons here present
I call upon the persons here present
to witness that I, Amy Constance Turlington,
to witness that I, Amy Constance Turlington,
take thee, Zachary Andrew Cook, to be my lawful wedded husband.
take thee, Zachary Andrew Cook, to be my lawful wedded husband.
And now, Zach, I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Zachary Andrew Cook,
I call upon the persons here present that I
to witness that I,
Zachary Andrew Cook,
take thee, Amy Constance Turlington,
take thee, Amy Constance Turlington,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
The following personal vows are not legally required, but Amy and Zach wanted to share them with us as an indication of how they feel about each other. Amy, I'll just give you this to remind you. Yep.
From this moment, I will take you as my best friend for life. I pledge to honour, encourage and support you through our walk together. When our way becomes difficult, I promise to stand by you and uplift you so that we can accomplish more than we could alone through our union. I promise to work with our love and always make you a priority in my life. With every beat of my heart, I will love you.
And now, Zach.
This one.
Yep.
I promise to love you, to be your best friend, to respect and support you, to be patient with you, to work together with you, to achieve our goals, to accept you unconditionally, and to share my life with you forever.
A ring is an unbroken circle with ends that have been joined together, and it represents your union. It is a symbol of infinity and of your infinite love. When you look at these rings on your hands, be reminded of this moment, your commitment, and the love you now feel for each other. Charlie, Zach's son, is the ring bearer and will now give the rings to Amy and Zach. Amy and Zach will exchange rings and each ask the other to accept the ring. First Amy and then Zach.
As this ring has no end, neither has my love for you. Accept it as a token of my love.
And now you. And now you, Zach.
As this ring has no end, neither has my love for you. Accept it as a token of my love.
Family and friends, I now present two life partners, Amy and Zach.
Yay!
We're not quite over yet. Almost. We now have the signing of the register. So we have to sign the official and commemorative marriage certificates, and they'll be signed by Amy and Zach and myself, and by our two witnesses. So if the two witnesses could come up, please.
What's our signing sign?
Over here, come over this way, and if you have signed, you have to sign there. Zach, you sign there,
Yep.
right there.
Right, you just sign it with me.
And Amy, if you sign over here. James, also known as Sarah, if you could come and sign here. Right there. And Louise, could you come and sign here? Right there. And don't go too far, we have another one. And then I sign here. And Amy and Zach again. You could sign here and here, does it? There we
Doesn't matter.
go. No, anywhere will do that. And Amy. And James and Louise. Right there. And Louise. Nice. Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for coming. And a formal wedding reception will be held at Allison's restaurant at 4 p.m. Photographs and selfies outside in a few minutes, but we're not quite finished. Go hand in hand and heart in heart. Congratulations, I now present 2 new life partners, Zach and Amy.
Yay.
Thank you, everyone.